They were already perfect before dinosaurs ever showed up. Long before towering reptiles ruled the land, before mammals learned to hide in the shadows, something else was already waiting in the water. Silent, armored, patient. While entire species rose and vanished, this creature stayed almost exactly the same, not because it failed to evolve, but because it didn't need to. For over 200 million years, crocodiles have looked at Earth's chaos and said, "I'm good." Asteroids hit, ice ages came and went, oceans rose, continents split, and through all of it, crocodiles barely blinked. The same body, the same weapons, the same strategy. Which raises a strange question. How did an animal survive every global disaster without changing? To answer that, we have to go back to a world that doesn't look anything like today. A body designed once, not rewritten. When early crocodile relatives appeared, Earth was a dangerous place. Massive predators hunted everything that moved. Food was unpredictable. Survival favored creatures that could do many things well, not just one thing perfectly. Crocodiles solved that problem early. Their body plan wasn't flashy, but it was brutally efficient. Low to the ground, heavy armor on top, soft underside protected by water. A long tail for propulsion, short legs for sudden bursts, and a skull built around one idea: hold on and never let go. That design worked everywhere: rivers, swamps, coastlines, even open ocean crossings. While other animals specialized and painted themselves into evolutionary corners, crocodiles stayed flexible. They didn't need speed like a cheetah. They didn't need endurance like wolves. They needed patience. And patience is what let them outlast almost everything else. But survival wasn't just about shape, it was about timing. And crocodiles learned how to wait better than any predator alive. That waiting game would become their greatest weapon, the ambush strategy that never failed. Crocodiles don't chase, they don't waste energy, they don't panic, they wait. Eyes just above the surface, nostrils barely breaking the waterline, the rest of the body invisible. Prey walks closer, unaware it's already being measured, distance calculated, angle perfect. Then, everything happens at once. That ambush strategy hasn't changed because it doesn't need to. It works on fish, birds, mammals, even other large predators. Anything that needs water eventually makes a mistake, and crocodiles only need one mistake. This style of hunting is incredibly efficient. Crocodiles can go weeks without food, sometimes months. Their bodies burn energy slowly, like a machine idling instead of racing. That meant during mass extinctions, when food chains collapsed, crocodiles didn't starve the way fast, high-energy predators did. They waited it out. But ambush alone doesn't explain surviving asteroid impacts and frozen worlds. Something else was protecting them when everything else failed. And that protection came from how their bodies handle stress, built to survive when the world breaks. When disasters hit Earth, most animals suffer the same problem. Their bodies are too demanding. They need constant food, stable temperatures, predictable seasons. Crocodiles need none of that. They can slow their metabolism dramatically. When food disappears, their bodies shift into conservation mode. Heart rate drops, digestion slows, muscles relax. They become living time capsules, waiting for conditions to improve. During colder periods, crocodiles shelter in water and mud, where temperatures stay more stable. During droughts, they dig into burrows and wait. During floods, they swim. Even oxygen deprivation barely phases them. Crocodiles can hold their breath for over an hour by slowing their heart and rerouting blood to the brain. In environments where other animals would panic and burn oxygen, crocodiles simply stop trying. This ability meant they didn't need new traits every time the planet changed. They already had the tools. But survival isn't just about enduring disasters. It's also about winning fights. and crocodiles perfected that part too, the jaw that ended the arms race. Evolution often turns into an arms race: faster legs, sharper claws, bigger brains. Crocodiles opted out. Instead, they invested everything into one overwhelming advantage: bite force. A crocodile's jaw closes with crushing power, not slicing precision. Their teeth aren't designed to cut, they're designed to grip. Once those jaws clamp down, escape becomes nearly impossible. What's even more impressive is how little energy it takes. The muscles that close the jaw are massive, the muscles that open it are weak. That means crocodiles don't waste effort holding prey. Gravity and leverage do most of the work. Then comes the spin. The rolling motion doesn't require complex coordination, just raw physics. Water resistance plus body weight equals tearing force. It works on any size prey, regardless of intelligence or strength. Because this system was already dominant early on, crocodiles never needed better weapons. They already had one that worked on everything. But there's another reason crocodiles didn't need to change, one that has nothing to do with strength. It has to do with competition. They rarely had rivals. Most animals evolve rapidly because they're constantly being challenged: new predators, new prey, new competitors. Crocodiles rarely faced that problem. They sit at the top of their environment. In rivers and swamps, there is almost nothing that hunts adult crocodiles regularly. That removes pressure to adapt quickly. When you're already winning, change becomes risky. Any mutation that altered their balance, speed, or jaw alignment could be deadly, so natural selection favored stability. The crocodiles that looked and acted like their ancestors survived best. Even today, crocodiles don't compete with wolves, lions, or bears. They operate in a different dimension, the edge between land and water. That boundary zone has stayed relatively consistent for millions of years. As long as rivers existed, crocodiles had a home. But perhaps the biggest reason they never changed is something most people overlook. Crocodiles don't rush reproduction. Slow lives, long games. Crocodiles grow slowly. They mature late. They live long lives. Some individuals survive for decades. That kind of life strategy favors consistency over experimentation. Instead of producing huge numbers of fast-evolving offspring, crocodiles invest in fewer, tougher survivors. They guard nests, protect hatchlings, teach survival indirectly by controlling territory. This slow, steady approach reduces evolutionary pressure. When your offspring are already well-equipped, there's no urgent need to reinvent the species every few generations. It's the opposite of insects or rodents, which evolve rapidly because they burn through lives quickly. Crocodiles play the long game, and the long game rewards stability. So when mass extinctions wiped out animals that depended on speed, intelligence, or specialization, crocodiles remained. They weren't smarter, they weren't faster. They were already enough. Crocodiles didn't stop evolving. They finished early. Their design solved the survival equation before the rules changed: ambush hunting, energy efficiency, environmental flexibility, overwhelming bite power, low competition, long lives. Every extinction event tested those traits, and every time, crocodiles passed. That's why when you look at a crocodile today, you're not just seeing an animal. You're seeing a strategy that outlasted dinosaurs, ice ages, and continents themselves. And as long as there are rivers, patience, and prey that needs water, there's no reason for crocodiles to ever change again.